Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back with another video. This time it's going to be for World of Warcraft, and I'm doing a transmog for a warrior. So, warrior is actually my main class. I've played warrior for years, so I kind of just try to make good transmogs all the time for warrior, and I have a lot of their set pieces from different raids, different tiers. Um, Now, I don't have everything, of course. I am still working on that, but this is one of the ones I came up with, and I kind of wanted to showcase this one specifically because it uses a lot of the Shadowlands gear, um, the PvP gear specifically. Um, so I think it's almost a full set, not quite. I'm using three pieces from the same set, so I guess it's not almost even, but it just it just looks so good together. And I think the way that I made it, as you can see, it looks pretty solid. Now this is on a Nightborn, um, so if you're having troubles finding a Nightborn transmog, for a warrior, this is a pretty cool one. Um, I have others that I'll showcase in the future, but this is the one I'm currently using for my PvP set. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into that. Let's get on my transmog mount here. All right. So for the helmet, we don't use a helmet. We just have it hidden. And we mostly don't use a helmet because this chest piece has this little like guard here. So with a helmet, if you have the right one, it could look really good. But I was struggling trying to find a good one for it. And honestly, the hidden helm just looks good. It kind of looks more like a tough warrior type of thing. So that's kind of how I saw it. You could use maybe something like that. It's Tomb of Sargeras. I think it's normal or heroic. I think that's I think that's normal. I'm not sure, but you could use that helmet. It looks pretty cool still. Very warrior. um, you know, there's some others that you could go through. I mean, there's not a ton, but like this one looks good too. It still fits the aesthetic. I do feel like the Shadowlands stuff kind of, well, right now at least, looks kind of more, I guess, elegant, kind of. Even though there's spikes all over it, it looks more clean. You know what I mean? It's clean. So you don't really want something crazy looking. Like this looks okay, and it's the Cataclysmic Gladiators plate helm. It's a it's a Cataclysm PvP set. Um, but that being said, it doesn't super fit the whole clean aesthetic. So if you're going for a clean aesthetic, helmet wise, that's going to be tough. Um, it's doable, but I may not have a helmet for it, which is kind of surprising actually. Um, and that's not really that good either. So I don't know. You'll have to experiment with helmets, but I found the hidden helm just looked good. Um, Moving on to the shoulders, I use the Sinful Gladiators plate pauldrons. This is the Conquest shoulder plates for Warrior. They just look so cool, and honestly, this is one of the better sets for Warrior in my opinion. That's kind of why I themed around it. Um, so next is the cloak. You can use a cloak here if you want. This is actually not too hard. So you could throw on the tombstone, fitting kind of a Venthyr aesthetic, or you can throw on like a cape like that, or this kind of shredded looking cape at the bottom. I think this one looks the best. Um, this purple cape looks okay too, but I would say the Eternal Traveler's cloak is your other option. It's from the deluxe edition of Shadowlands, I believe. Um, if you when you unlock the Transmog set for it. So I think you could do that, and I think it looks pretty good. Or you could just have a hidden cloak, and it still looks really good. Next is the chest piece. It's the Sinful Gladiators plate chest piece. So we use this mostly because of the guard. It kind of adds to the aesthetic, and it just looks cool. The chest piece itself is has a lot of fur and stuff. And if you can make something work with that, then you won't need a tabard. But I think the tabard I chose, the tabard of the tabard of the Dragonmaw clan, works actually pretty well with the set. It's a dark aesthetic, um, and it just fits kind of the theme. You know, it's clean but not too clean. It's dark, kind of contrasting against the lighter parts of this, making it just a solid choice for a tabard. Now, if you wanted to switch your tabard, you could use something like Tabard of the Argent Crusade, or Tabard of the Protector, or Tabard of the Ebon Blade. I would say all of those would work well. You could really honestly use any tabard and it'll work, but I think those are your best choices. Um, so up to you. You'll kind of have to experiment with that, but I found this one to be kind of the better looking one. So again, up to you though. Next is the weapon. So we are on a warrior, and I use the Legion artifact weapon, Stromkar the Warbreaker. It's a pretty cool transmog, and honestly, I cannot get myself away from this weapon because it's a kind of clean, rough looking weapon. Like, it looks like it's going to fuck someone up. um, it just fits with so many different transmogs, and I have a tendency to put this as part of my transmog. So that being said, you know, you can choose any weapon you like. You just kind of want to fit with the theme a bit. So Stromkar the Warbreaker, that version looks good. But I think the axe version looks best, and I think that might have been the hidden weapon, maybe. Not 100% sure. You could go with something that's a little less clean, or a lot less clean, really. Like the Primal Gladiator's Greatsword. Pretty cool one. Color wise, it fits. Theme wise, I would say not so much. So depending on what you're trying to do is what you're gonna kind of go for. Um, I don't know. There's a lot of options. You'll just have to experiment with that too. But this is what I found to be the best. Next is Sinful Gladiators Plate Handguards. So this is also the PvP handguards, and they just fit very well with, well, the shoulders and the chest piece. Not only color wise, but aesthetic wise. And I know it's a set, it makes sense, but they fit so well that it's hard to find something else to go with them. So I just opted to go with those gloves, those shoulders, and the chest piece. And it just looks really good. It looks really good. I can't I can't say another one looks great because maybe the Gauntlets of Dreadful Tenacity. I have no idea where I got those. I think they're from oh shoot. It might have been a Warlords of Draenor raid. That sounds right. Maybe Blackrock Foundry. But yeah, they're just they work good together. If you don't have them though, of course you could try to do something else. But I would suggest trying to PvP to get some of these things just for looks if you're going for that. If you have no interest in PvP, you can create something totally different, of course. This is just kind of a PvP set. Strictly because it's, well, newer PvP gear. Next is the belt, Warmongering Gladiator's Girdle of Cruelty. So this belt is on a lot of my transmogs because it doesn't take away half the tabard. It still has the skull, which kind of protrudes from the belt, and it just looks good with most sets. Even though the color may not be the same, it still looks good. So this is a PvP piece as well. I believe this one is from Pandaria, so you would go to a flight path on the giant long fence gate thing, and talk to the PvP master there. If it's not there, then it's a Cataclysm piece for PvP. These will take they will take Marks of Honor. That's what they're called. They'll take Marks of Honor. The only other one I could think of it being would be a Lich King one, but I don't think this is a Lich King one. And if it is, though, you can get those for gold over in Northrend, Dollarend. So I don't think that's what it is, though. I'm pretty sure it's either Kata or Miss. It could be Warlords. I didn't narrow it down much for you, but yeah. So that one's a cool one. And then next would be I use Leyguards of Stratholme. I'm going to assume these are from Strat. I would say they're actually probably from, yeah, they're probably from Culling of Stratholme. Of course, I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where I got them. And they fit the theme. They're pretty clean. You know, they look good, and the color is pretty close. So I would say these just look solid with it. If you want to go for more of like a kind of Slutmog look, you could use Saltstone leg chains. They cost a bit in the auction house. If you're gonna look for them to drop, good luck. They're hard to farm for, but you can. I don't know where they drop, but yeah, you could absolutely farm them. But Leyguards of Stratholme, I believe in Culling of Stratholme. I could be wrong, but I believe that's where they are. And then next is Sabatons of Unchanging Fate. So these, I believe, are Nighthold. They look good with damn near everything. They're on a lot of my Transmog sets as well, but I am trying to branch out. You know, I use like these boots sometimes, which are Iron Ballast Sabatons, or the Ferocious Gladiator Plate War Boots, which are both Legion. They're both Legion. So actually, all of these are Legion. So you can get them there if you like the aesthetic of the like Revendreth boots. You could use those. They look pretty cool. Maybe you're not Revendreth though, so you don't have them. I would say honestly, you're just best going with the Sabatons of Unchanging Fate. They're kind of bulky, and they look good color wise with everything else. But if you have better boots, or better any of this actually, if you have anything that would fit better with the shoulders and the chest piece, because I do kind of want to keep those. So the Sinful Gladiator plate shoulders is the main thing I'm focused on, and then the Sinful Gladiators plate chest guard. If you guys find anything that works better than what I've created here, let me know in the comments below. You know, I'm curious to see what you guys come up with. If you guys like this transmog, let me know. You know, let me know if it kind of gave you ideas for a new one, or if it's making you want to go PvP now just because you have a cool look there. You know, I always appreciate to know that someone likes what I created and, you know, wants to see more or whatever. If there's a certain class you want to see, if there's a certain piece you want a transmog made around, I can make a transmog and showcase it in a future video. But yeah, just let me know in the comments below. And if you guys like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.